Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday and welcome to Glamma's Closet, where we talk about the lighter side of reselling. I am, if you don't know me, I'm Glamma and I sell on Poshmark and on online auctions and a little bit on eBay. So welcome in. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday and let's get to the chat. Good morning, Brenda Reed. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Good morning, Brenda Reed. Mwah. Good morning, gorgeous. Tackle hugs to you. I hope everything is going well at the House of Reed. And I hope that, I think you're looking forward to Baltimore playing. Is it today, tonight, or tomorrow night? Let me know. My Packers did pretty well, the other night. So I'm relieved, very relieved. And my fantasy football points look great. So yay, go Pack and go Ravens, as long as they're not playing the Packers. I hope you're having a great morning. Ashley Reed, how are you doing, honey? Oh my God, massive hearts to you. Good morning. You may have noticed my nails are a little funky, but it's because I don't have to do any close-up jewelry work until Wednesday. So I was going to get them done on Tuesday. Ashley, I hope you're having a fantastic morning. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Little Debbie, yo, what's up? What's up with you? What's up? Do you remember that song, Little Debbie? Good morning and happy Sunday to you. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday morning. Yes, Sunday fun day. Yes, girl. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about right here. What happened to Zane Live? It said YouTube took it down. Huh? What's Zane Live? Please let me know. Oh, Zane is a person. Okay. Oh, he was showing toys. A person showing toys and YouTube took it down. Was it a toy pew pew? Yeah. It's usually a toy pew pew will that'll get you taken down for about 24 hours at least until you make sure that YouTube knows the difference. I don't know. It happened to Nady Pie and he was able to resolve it. But hopefully that will be resolved soon. I don't know. Michael, my angel, good morning. Mwah. I hope everything is great in Texas. I'm sure it's just as hot as it is in Missouri, which is, Michael is so hot. My God. And please give Kevin my love. It is just so darn hot. It's like 97 degrees here, guys. And I have to do a walkthrough. After the show, I'm literally going in the other room, getting my purse, getting in my car, and going to an outdoor venue to do a walkthrough so I can create a diagram for them. I'm helping plan my friend's son's wedding. And oh my God, the two words that I hate the most in the English language are outside and hot. So, yay. The things we do for the people we love. Regina, good morning, honey. Mwah. Good morning. It is great to see you. Red Arrow Resell. Good morning. Regina, thank you again for sharing my closet. I just can't thank you enough. It's very kind and I truly appreciate it. I really appreciate what you do. P. Murph, my brother from another mother. What's up, P. Murph? Good morning, you rock star. I hope you're having a wonderful rock star of a Sunday. There's the other Ashley. Hey, good morning, Ashley. Mwah. I'm collecting Ashleys. It's like vintage trinket boxes. You can't just have one. It's beautiful. Good morning, gorgeous little Ashley. I love you. I used ChatGPT to restore and colorize old photos. It did such a great job. Wow. Okay, I love that. Good morning, Jessica. Mwah. I hope you and the kids are doing great this morning. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for sharing us out. We appreciate you. Maggie Doodle, one of my favorite fashionistas. Good morning, my red-haired beauty. well, I don't know if your hair is still red, and I change mine, with every season. So, but good morning, gorgeous. How are you, my little fashionista? It's interesting that you're here today because we're going to be talking a little bit about fashion, a little more than we normally do. Were there skeletons in the closet? We all have skeletons. We all have skeletons. My hair is purple at the moment. I bet it looks great on you though, because look at your gorgeous face, and you've got that type of face that can hold any color in the rainbow. And yeah, I don't blame you. I was thinking about going like a really light blue on white, actually, for my hair, but my hair is curly, so it's hard to be able to predict what it's going to look like because I wear it both straight and curly, just depending on how much work I want to put into it that day. I did a short video if you want to see it, the necklace you got me. Oh, wonderful. Jessica, can you drop that link for me? I'd love to see it. Thank you so much. Good morning, Perla. Mwah. Hello, precious. How are you? How are you? You are precious, Perla. And we are glad you're here. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, loves. Perfect timing. Just finished filming a haul and have a literal pile of clothing next to me. Wow. Been there, done that. Yep. Had to haul stuff in. And because this is, my smoking section, I haul it in, I show it, and then I haul it right back out and get it out of the smoking section, the garage, which is, again, you can probably hear the air conditioner in the background. It's because we have a window unit out here and fans and things like that because we don't smoke in the house. So yeah, wow, pile of clothing. You need my pick for your outfit, Glam. I might, but I am going out into the heat, so you're not blue. Well, let's change that. Let's see. I don't know how to change that. Jessica, without having to go into YouTube. So unfortunately, if somebody could drop Jessica's link, that would be great. Did you see the big issue with people selling clothing patterns on Etsy, but they're all AI created and total junk, big scam right now? I actually did see that. What they were doing was they were using AI to create clothing patterns, and then selling those clothing patterns on Etsy for good money. And people were creating them based on the patterns. They were making the things, and the patterns are way off, sizing wise, dimension wise, everything. It's a completely different garment whenever you sew it, and it's an awful garment. So yes, I did see that one, Michael, and it's scammers like that who give the rest of resellers a bad name, first of all, and second of all, you can't. AI can't do everything, guys. There's a human element. There's creativity. There are certain human elements that AI just simply at this point cannot recreate. So take it what you will. But I haven't been a big fan of AI because once the computers start thinking, they're not going to stop. Claudette, good morning, gorgeous. Mwah. Good morning, pretty girl. It's good to see you here this morning. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so Ronnie's going to be lurking and listening, but she is sending smooches to everyone. And I have no doubt that she'll jump in if she has, if there's some sort of a issue that she feels strongly about. Jennifer Hayes, good morning, honey. Good morning, love. Mwah. Tackle hugs to you, too. Jessica got 1 tomato and 1 cucumber from her garden today. I'm telling you, I just have a black thumb. I just kill everything that I intend to grow and grow stuff that I don't. I have pumpkins. I hate pumpkins. And I've got pumpkins all over my backyard, accidental pumpkins. But as far as like the things that I intended to grow, I had 5 tomato plants. I got like 3 tomatoes out of it altogether. It doesn't help that in the middle of a heat wave we went on a cruise, so you know. Yeah, I love AI, but not for stuff like that. Yeah, I'm with you, Michael. I am with you. Oh, Jennifer had a grandbaby. Congratulations. Mwah, to the baby. Oh my God. I don't go on Facebook that much. It's probably on there on Facebook. Susie, hello, my stylish friend. How are you? Susie's like my style twin. Susie and Maggie. They're like my fashion friends. Grandbabies will enjoy. Yeah, that's why I keep them, honestly, and so that I can actually bake them, extract the pulp, right, the baked pulp, and jar it and give it to my daughters-in-law because they like pumpkin soup, pumpkin pie, all that jazz. So I give it to people who actually do enjoy pumpkin. So don't waste it, but my God, I don't like it. I gotta tell you, I'm just not a pumpkin fan. Never have been. Never have been. I don't know why. My husband and I both. He doesn't like it either. It was one of those things that we found out on the first date, that just sort of drew us together. We were like the only two people we'd ever met who didn't like pumpkin. Mm. Okay, yay. Jennifer's in the I Hate Pumpkin Club. We need t shirts, Jen. We need t shirts. I usually crave it more Thanksgiving time. Pumpkin pie. Yeah. Yeah, Grandma Jennifer. I love it. Yeah, I don't. Here's the thing, Perla, too. This time of year, people put pumpkin in everything. It's like pumpkin spice, me, 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 me. Right? So they're like, have you tried it in cheesecake? Yes. Have you tried it in bread? Yes. Have you tried it in blah, 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 cookies and muffins and blah, 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 blah? Yes, I have. And I can't stand the smell of pumpkin. I can't stand the taste of it. It's not that I don't like the spices. I love sweet potato pie, and people swear that it tastes just like pumpkin pie, and it does not. It is so different to me. Yeah, pumpkin flavored everything. I'm not a big. I grow pumpkin for my kids in the garden. Yeah, and they're fun to cut out and carve and use for decor, and they're cute like that. But ugh, good lord, I wouldn't put one in my mouth. Pumpkin flavored edible. No, nope. Those are two things that I never want to eat. I don't want to eat either one, either, eat any of that. We all have foods we dislike. That's true, Claudette. That is true. A pro tip: if you're making jack-o'-lanterns, dip the pumpkin after it's carved in a big bucket of bleach water. It prevents molding and rotting and will make the jack-o'-lantern. Oh, well, isn't that's a handy thing? Oh, Brenda, what an abomination. It's like pineapple on pizza. I couldn't have it. No. It's like a fruit roll up for adults. Ugh. Not a pumpkin flavored one. No, thank you. I just like a lot. You're a plain Jane kind of eater. Me too. Actually, no, I don't. I'm more of a foodie, really. I'll try just about everything. And I do like, all sorts of different foods. Um, you eat the same things over and over again. I'm kind of a, like I'm like, ooh, let's try this and let's try that. And, but God, I just can't, with pumpkin and bologna. Those are my two downfalls. I just can't. Everything else is fine. I eat liver, guys. I'm one of those people that likes liver. So, make of that what you will. I'm dating a guy that likes pineapple on pizza. I don't know what to feel about that. I would be the same. Yeah. Pineapple with black olive oil. And my sister loves pineapple on pizza. There's something about a pineapple and a red sauce. And I understand that they're technically both fruit. fruit based, but there's something about pineapple and an Italian red sauce. I can't. I'm not a fan of the combination. If I had to eat it, I would. If I had to survive on pumpkin, I'd starve. That's the difference. I can't eat liver. Eat too much as a child. Yeah. Liver with ketchup. I've never heard of that. It's Polynesian. Yes, it's very Polynesian. Yes, that's true. It's very aloha. Yeah, because once it's in your mouth and it doesn't taste good, it's too late. I mean, technically, but yeah, drowning in liver and ketchup will do the trick. I like it fried with onion gravy and the onions. My parents and my Aunt Arlene used to. They would take the liver and they would dip it in the milk batter, and then they dip it in the flour mixture and fry it. And they'd have onions frying in the pan already. So they would have, the liver and the onions, but the liver was like deep fried. It wasn't like, it was fried. So it wasn't like just, liver. And then they would take the liver out, make the onion into a gravy, and then serve that over rice. It was so good. It was so good. A little ketchup with your liver. Right? That's kind of like that. Dodo, I see you sneaking in there. Mwah. Good morning, Dodo. That's my sweet Dodo. But then again, I lived in Asia, so I've had rat, sparrow, gadget. Yeah. I would prefer it. If I eat stuff like that, I would prefer it if nobody tells me what it is until after I've eaten it. I like pineapple. I like it as Hawaiian barbecue. Yeah, that's the thing. I love pineapple. And I like it in a lot of stuff. Oh, here we go. Domino's has their any toppings for $9.99 this week. Online only. Local restrictions apply. Nice. Too much of it as a kid. Don't like it anymore. Yeah. I'm the same way with beans. Northern white beans. It took me years to eat it again because we had it so often as a kid. When you're poor, your parents do what they can. Kelly, good morning. Mwah. Coming into Glammaz doing a hot tui. Yeah, we're talking about food though. So yeah. Hello, Perla. Pizza might need to make that happen. Yeah, pizza is always, even the worst pizza that you've ever had is still, it's still pizza, so it's still good. Right. Yeah. Not a big fan of pineapple on pizza, but I'm not a big fan of anything sweet on a pizza, really. So, that would be, I don't know. For me, it's like putting M&Ms on a pizza, but you never know. Some people like that. My sister loves the sweet and salty mix of it, and I can see that. Speaking of family, my mother's birthday is this week, so let me just do a quick happy birthday, Mom. Love you. You're a great mom, and thanks for all the life. Thanks for all the life. Mwah. I love you, Mommy. You have my heart. You'd think, however, the influencer now doing their commercials recording from their car, like, that's a large pie. What are you going to do with it? Yeah, well, maybe they're mukbanging. Thank you. I will let her know that everybody said happy birthday. Go on, sing it to her. Nah, I'll sing it to her Tuesday. Pizza Hut in Tokyo was corn kernel, shredded cabbage, squid sauce. Not the same. Couldn't eat it. Huh. Wow. Yeah, that seems corn kernel, shredded cabbage, squid sauce. That seems a bit odd to me. But I do have, Western taste buds, so westernized taste buds, I guess. Just a quick note too, I will be live on Hump Day Auction this Wednesday with Johnny, and I got a couple of ThredUp fun boxes, and so most of what I'm going to be selling is going to be coming from those. So if you're interested, just tune in, pop by, say hello. Never know, might find something that you like. Thank you so much, Claudette. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Dodo. Perla, thank you. Little Debbie, thank you. Thank you so much, guys, for your happy birthdays to Mom, and I will make sure that she actually gets those in person. I get eating in the car, not really, but that's a whole freaking pizza thing. Well, and how do you do the cheese pull in the car? I mean, how can you truly appreciate a pizza cheese pull when you're driving? That's awful. There's a lot of corn in their food. Does it taste the same? I don't know. I don't know if they feel about corn the way we do. We love corn. This week on Poshmark, four sales. It's slow as molasses in January. It is so slow. Kelly, thank you. It just looked gross. It sounds like it looked gross. 4 sales. None after the changeover too. And if you don't know, if you didn't watch my video, or if you didn't watch somebody else's, everybody's making a video about it. Poshmark changed their shipping method from discounted flat rate priority to discounted flat rate ground advantage. And so, Susie, thank you. So the cost of the shipping has gone down, which is nice in this economy to have the cost of something go down. But the guaranteed date of shipping has extended from like 2 to 3 days guaranteed to like an average of 2 to 5 days. And that just depends. Y'all know ground advantage. Y'all know shipping. I mean, I'm talking to mostly resellers, so y'all know shipping. Yeah. So I've got show comments on stage. So we're just going to show the comments on stage. Please don't cuss, and maybe don't talk about firearms or firearms accessories. There we go. Now it's showing on stage. It's like it's over. It's right there. So what I wanted to just kind of go over too were some of the ways to get free shipping supplies, because with ground advantage you can't use the priority mail stuff that Poshmark has, not that Poshmark has, that USPS has. So you got to get rid of all of those boxes. I would keep a few in case you do actually have somebody who requests priority mail in another venue. Or in another area, but pretty much you just got to recycle those boxes, or if they're still sealed, give them back to USPS. Michael actually does have and I'm going to enlarge this one. He has one idea, which is great. Get a free business account at UPS, and they will ship you unbranded brown boxes for free right to your door. And the business account, if you set up a business account, it's free of charge. So I like that. I love that idea. I love it, because then you probably, Michael, can you pick the dimensions of the boxes, or do you just get like a broad spectrum of boxes, or how does that work? Please let me know. Please let us know in the chat. There are also, if you go to any of the stores early enough, and Walmart is usually the one, Walmart or like my local grocery store, they're usually the ones that I will go to and get those free boxes when they are restocking their shelves early in the morning or late at night. And Walmart, especially if you go on like a Saturday morning, that's usually when they're restocking most of the shelves. So yeah, that's a great way to get boxes. With poly bags, the least expensive that I've found with poly bags are on Amazon. And I'll get like 100 bags for like $7.97 or something like that. Just make sure that they're large enough to actually ship, a decent sized piece of clothing out, because it's really, really hard to squeeze, a coat into a package that's like this. So, just make sure that you have some large ones and some smaller ones, but you can actually order, depending on the number that you're ordering, you can actually order, for fairly inexpensively. There's still going to be a cost output on those. So for most of my Posh, I just order those poly bags and I include it in my cost of business and I add that into the price of the item so that I know that I've got that covered. So if it's like 17 cents a bag, I add that into the price of the item in my sale price. Did I just see? I just saw Back Road Bitter Chuck. Mwah! Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good morning, Chuckles, and good morning, Marcy. Oh, by the way, Chuck, tell Marcy my husband and I and our family, our kids, and grandkids are going to be in Green Bay. And don't try to rob my house because there's going to be somebody here and they are armed. So please don't do that. We have guns. But we are going to be in Green Bay, Wisconsin on the weekend of December when the Packers play the Bears. It's like the first weekend in December. So yeah, I'll be up in Wisconsin. Don't have time for a side trip, but if you and Marcy are near Green Bay and you want to, pop by, hello. Absolutely. It'd be great to meet you guys in person. You Pack and Ship has a better per cost item than most Amazon sellers, and their poly mailers are better quality than most of them. Just FYI. Oh, good. Veronica, do you have time to drop that link for us? And if you get from them, you don't support a billionaire. Well, I like that too. I need to get bigger size in the regular poly bag. Yeah, that's what I had to learn. Oh, yay. I'm so glad that you love it. I'm so glad. I am so happy. Thank you, Brenda. Anyway, back to my pile. Before you head back to the pile, can you drop that, maybe that link? America, pew, pew. Yeah. I always like to tell people, look, you were warned. If you got the information about, if you got the information about us leaving home, just know that there's always somebody here. And most of them are armed and fabulous. My sons are very, very comfortable with, we're not leaving with the whole family, and that's all I'll say about that. But just don't. It's not worth it. We don't have any good stuff that's worth it, okay, unless you want a whole lot of thrifted goodness, which you can get at a Goodwill. There's a little slider for personal and business. I click business, but it's still the same. I tried on a different terminal in case it was a cashier history issue. Okay. Says the man, you live in Texas. Yeah, that's true. You live in Texas, honey. Your hairdresser has a good. That would be so cool, Glamma. I'll tell her. Yeah, if you guys are able to make it up there, that'd be awesome. I'm trying to talk Grandpa into staying at the Oneida Casino Hotel as opposed to the Motel 6. I spent 32 years in the hotel business. Motel 6 is like, I might have hides. I think I'll break out in hides. Yeah. I'm pretty sure none of us want to rob you. No. I'm talking about if some stranger is watching later. Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to rob me. I mean, like I said, I have some good shit, but I'm taking my good shit with me, and the rest of it, go ahead and try if you want to get. But if you sneak up on somebody in my house, you're probably gonna go. Don't go to no red roofs. Oreo Mouse. Hello, Oreo Mouse Dollhouse. 8888 Dollhouse. I am doing great. How are you this morning, Oreo? Motel 6 is a great hotel for finding goodies behind the furniture. Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, if we're looking for, meth or something, I guess it'd be great. Sounds like someone wants to gamble a little. Yes. It's a vacation thing. Like if I'm on vacation, I want to do what I want to do. I want to have fun. Oreo Mouse, welcome in. How did you hear about us? Let me know. So yeah, I do want to gamble a little. I always want to gamble a little. Motel 6 will leave the light on. Why? So the roaches won't gather? Is that I'm just not I'm such a hotel snob, guys. I'm such a hotel snob. And my husband's like, I know you're a hotel snob, but we really need to stay at the Motel 6 because it's affordable. And I'm like, is it worth that though? I don't want to come home with anything that we didn't leave with, if you know what I mean. So yeah. Thank you so much. I saw that you were live on someone's community post. Well, lovely. Thank you so much for being here. So came on in. Yeah, come on in. Yeah, not a big fan of the Motel 6, but you know. Anyway, back to free shipping. Back to free shipping things. Also, don't forget to hold on to, if you order from Amazon, if you order, things online, don't forget to hold on to those boxes. And you can deconstruct those boxes with a pocket knife, or with if you're lucky to be friends enough with this girl. Thank you, Dodo. She would have sent you a wonderful box cutter that you can put on your thing. If you drink with Wisconsin residents, by the end of the night, you'll sleep in a dumpster. That's what I hear. Is your beer like moonshine up there? Last time I stayed in a Motel 6, I seen a guy robbing the washing machine quarters in daylight. Yeah, but the price of hotels are crazy. Stupid now, so great. 2 nights on weekdays without it. Yeah, $100. That's $100 a night. Yeah, that doesn't. Those prices do not shock me, Patrick Murphy. I firmly believe, and again, I spent too much time, too long, too many decades in the hotel business. You get what you pay for. Grandpa does know happy wife, happy life. Yes, he does, Brenda. Just a high tolerance for anything. Yeah, I am not a. Here's the thing. Okay, so in the hotel business for the past 32 years, and it's still happening today, anytime that the St. Louis Cardinals, my beloved, precious St. Louis Cardinals, anytime that they would play the Chicago Cubs, it's a rivalry. It's a big, big rivalry, right? Like, it is one of the older rivalries in sports, and it's head to head. And Chicago is a 45-minute flight from here, 6-hour train ride, 4-hour drive. So you get it. So when the Cubs play the Cardinals in town, all of the downtown hotels are sold out. That actually pushes all of the business out to the county, which means that within a 25-mile radius of downtown St. Louis, you can't get a room. It's just impossible to get a room. So yeah, I see you, Chuck. So I would assume that when Green Bay plays the Bears, and the Packers and the Bears, again, that intense rivalry with one of the biggest fan bases in football. When the Packers play the Bears at Lambeau or at Soldier Field, I would assume that everything within a 25-mile radius is sold out. So anything that you do get, you're going to have to pay premium price for, which is why he's talking about a Motel 6, because it's less than $200 a night. My thing is this: if you're going to spend the money to go on vacation, spend the money to have a good vacation. Spend the money on things that you enjoy. We have a rule: once you go on vacation, budget's out the window, because we're there for the experience and we want to have a good experience. In addition, again, with my history in the hotel business, you get what you pay for. So, I want a good, clean room with a casino attached. Is that too much to ask? We work so hard. My husband and I both work very, very hard. And when it's time to play, let's play hard. Oh no. Please tell me you didn't scream. What? By the way, I thought he was dead. I thought we were done with that. I thought he died. Didn't he just die? Good morning. Good morning, sissy. I love you. And by the way, tell mom she's got about 1,000 birthday wishes on here, and I'll go over with those with her when I come over for her birthday. Mm. Yeah, I thought Jimmy Swaggart just died. Did they not end his? He's so dead to me. He's dead to me now. I think Chuck's trying to get your attention, Carrie. You're dragging your booty. Yeah. Some mornings are like that. You're dragging it. I have to go to an outdoor venue and walk through that's in the woods because I'm so outdoorsy, and what's better than the woods in 97-degree weather outside, 90 outside and hot. Two least favorite words. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Good morning, dragon ass. That's cute. She's like, good morning, dragon ass. She's dragging booty. I slept so hard, my nerves are humming still. I love that. Chuck, call me mom. I love that. I did want to touch base about vintage, and just kind of let you know what I'm seeing. Because out of the last 20 sales that I've had on Poshmark, and again, I only had 4 last week, so but out of the last 20 sales, 5 of those 25% of my sales going out start with the word vintage. And it's important to know because I thought, well, when I see a trend happening, the salesperson in me is like, wait a minute, what's going on? What's going on? So I pulled up, hey cops, good morning, Jonathan. Mwah. Welcome in, welcome. So I pulled up vintage. I pulled up the word vintage and 2025, and it exploded with information. Vogue had an article about when does fashion become vintage, a guide to understanding vintage, archival, and antique fashion, which if you don't know, it's very vintage is 20 years or more. Antique is 100 years or more. So if it was made in 1934, it's not an antique. It's considered vintage. If it was made in 1914, then it would be antique. So there's the difference. Chuck needs a juice box and a pudding pack stat. And the same thing is happening with home decor. So people are starting to buy vintage pieces that already exist rather than going to like a home goods store or like a Target or something like that and picking up pieces from there. People are starting to so vintage is always in vogue to me and to people who decorate their homes with incredibly good taste. Vintage is always in style to them. My sister has taken some vintage things and just turned them, and my brother the same way, just taken some vintage items and turned them into like really, really beautiful decor for their homes. Yeah, I've been rewatching Desperate Housewives, and the tight low-rise jeans and the bedazzled tank tops are all vintage now. I'm screaming. Also, RIP flip phones. I miss you. They actually have a new Samsung has a new flip phone that I'm interested in. I'm hoping I can get one. So here's the thing. What I'm seeing with clothing is like Y2K and 90s. So they call it Y2K. They call it the naughties. So anything from like about 94 up to about 2008, you're seeing sort of that excessive where they had the tight low-rise jeans. And they call those vintage straight now. They have the high-rise jeans are still in style, but now they want the wide legs and the bell bottoms like they did in the 90s. The spangly tank tops, spangly tops. Back in, please no on the real low rise jeans. No, they're going to come back, Patrick. Everything. Fashion is cyclical. It comes back. And the other things that I'm seeing, every single thing that I have sold is not every single thing, but many of the vintage items that I've sold start with vintage 70s because it's been 70s specific. And whale tails are vintage. Good God, I hope those don't come back. I don't want to see anybody's thong. Just, if you're going to show your butt, fine. But I don't want to see your bejeweled butterfly thong. I don't want to see that. So that is what I'm seeing right now. 70s, 90s, Y2K, most popular. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm selling. And that's what I'm seeing on Vogue. I'm seeing these on the fashion blogger websites. So yeah, Western style, especially with fringe. You are so right, Regina. Fringe is a very, very big thing right now, and especially Western style. It's become cool to be country again. It's like the 70s all over again. So that was part of the 70s too, where it was cool to be country, and you had, all of those. Right. It's not only does it sound uncomfortable? It looks uncomfortable. I mean, it's really in person. You just look like you're like, oh, you've got a string going up your butt and there's a crusty jewel on top. That sounds great. Mesh crop tops. I triple dog dare you to wear one on your show. I triple dog dare you. There are new items coming out with them. Yeah. Daisy Dukes will sell. They will sell. Bring back discos and cocaine. I don't think those ever really went away. I have owned a mesh crop top. I mean, because that was what was in style. So if you have something that is vintage and 70s sitting in your death pile, I strongly recommend, I cannot recommend enough that you get it listed. Get it listed. If you have something with fringe, like anything Western style, cowboy hats, cowboy boots, fringe, get it listed. If you have old low-rise jeans that are sitting in the back of your closet, get it listed. For God's sake, get it listed. Thank you. I'm going to star that so I can come back to it later. That is that's a shipping supply link for discounted shipping. For poly bags that are less than they are on Amazon, and you're not supporting a billionaire. So I like that. I very rarely get clothes anymore. I'm too addicted to model numbers and ASP. Yeah, that's my problem. The death of disco was an anti-gay protest in the 80s. Horrible history. I remember them like at some ballpark, they like burned all their Bee Gees albums, which is just going to make the Bee Gees albums more. It's just going to make them more valuable in the long run. How about knee-high tube socks with the stripes on top? No, you said mesh crop top. That's what we're expecting. Never did Daisy Dukes. I was a skirt girl, so mini skirts were my thing. Mini skirts. Yep. I wore both. I had nothing but legs, so I didn't have a butt. I didn't have much of a bust line. I didn't have curves. I was just kind of straight up and down. So legs were it for me. Disco never died. It's alive and well at my brother's house. Yes, it is, and has been for a while. Tastefully decorated, though. You ever have? Okay, I actually went to a thrift store. Specifically, not a Goodwill, what did I go to? I went to Savers, and I was looking for home decor, right? Because I just got this new thing to organize all of my shipping stuff, which looks so much better. It's like a big farmhouse looking thing. So all of my shipping stuff is like hidden away now. So I decided to decorate the top of it. I went to Savers, and I got some decor, and I cannot decide how to put it on top and make it look good. I can't. I'm not. Does anybody else have that problem with, like, there are people with naturally good taste who can look at a space and go, oh, it needs this, this, and this, and look at how beautiful and designer and cover of a magazine it looks. I don't have that gene, and my sister got it, and my brother got it. I don't have it, and I don't know why. Hello, Lady Braven. Mwah. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. I am so glad you're here. I've also read that the 40 silhouettes are back. Not so easy to find 40s vintage, but anything that evokes that time. Yes. And I think that has to do with the 80s. The 80s had like more of a 40s influence, like the shoulder pads, the lines. I did just sell a vintage 80s Armani suit that had very much a 40s sort of glam to it, because it was, again, wide shoulder, smaller waist, straight on the legs. It was just fantastic. So yeah, I agree, Maggie Doodle. The 40 silhouettes, fantastic. Kevin has the there cannot be an empty spot on the wall gene. Is very annoying. See, I just don't have that. It's not a let my brother and sister come and decorate the space. I would have to talk them into it. They've got very busy lives. I love 40s fashion. Me too. Me too. Yes. I'm a boogie woogie bugle girl. I know how to dress myself. I know how to dress other people. But I cannot decorate a corner to save my life. So yeah, Boo, if you want to come over and decorate my thing, please feel free. I am going to actually, I have a friend who has got a gift for it as well, Miss Sue. So I am going to ask her and my brother to maybe get together and help me decorate because we're going to redo the living room now. We're going to redo I've got a dining room table and all of that stuff in the living room, and I want to completely change that. As a family, our needs have changed over the years. So, now it's just Grandpa and I popping around in the house with the occasional grandkids. So we're turning our TV room into like a romper room for the grandkids. And we're going to make it like a gaming room and like, someplace where they feel very comfortable, wrestling or playing with toys or whatever. And make like a, sort of a pit for them. Maybe Lucy Darling will make the fashion make a comeback. Oh, your lips to God's ears. I have thrifted and crafted too much decor. Need to either pack away or sell some because it's getting too cluttered. That's my problem. Is I just, there are people who they just look at something and it makes sense, and it doesn't. It's kind of like being born with that gene where you're able to sing on tune. You either have it or you don't. I don't have the decorating gene. I don't. Fashion gene, you bet. Yes, I do. I don't always dress fashionable, but when I do, I do. Oh God. Okay, I have a true confession. I paid retail for a dress, and I don't pay retail for any piece of clothing. But I paid retail for a dress, and I bought it brand new from Nordstrom. I paid up for it. I paid about $150 for it. So it's not like a, it's not like a $3,000. I'm not going to do that. But it was a little black dress with 3/4 length sleeves and a fold over boat neck collar. And then it comes to a V in the back, and it has a flat bow in the middle with a disappearing zipper. And it's like 2 inches past my knees. So it's got that sort of skirt to it, that a pencil skirt sort of cut on the bottom, and it is beautiful. It's the perfect LBD. And all I have to do is, put on support garments that will literally squeeze all my fat into either my ankles or my neck, and I'm gonna look perfect. No, it fit well. I was really, really happy with it. But yeah, that is my confession for the week. That's my true confession for the week. And normally, Jennifer, I wouldn't pay $150 for a dress either. I would never, ever, ever buy something retail that I can find on thrift. But when it happens to you, when something pops up in your feed and it is literally the perfect thing that you've been looking for, it's got the perfect arms, because I love 3/4 length sleeves. 3/4 length and kimono sleeves, my two favorite sleeves. It's got the perfect neckline. I love a good boat neck, and I really love a good fold over boat neck because it gives it kind of a chicer version. It's black, and you can, as you know, most of my clothing is black. And it's not a I'm trying to lose weight thing. It's a, when you grow up with dark hair and blue eyes, black's kind of your color, one of your good colors. It's got the length that I need. It's just past the knees. It's not exactly for just the wedding. It's more like a general dress. But yeah, I specifically had the wedding in mind because I was like, well, I want to wear black, but I don't want to wear, like, I don't know. So yeah, this thing, oh, you'll see pics, Veronica, for sure. This thing was just absolutely perfect and had the little flat bow in the back with like the little, fold over collar coming down. It's just beautiful. So that is my confession. Forgive me, fathers, for I have sinned. I have purchased something that was not on thrift. And 90% of what I wear is thrifted. 95% of what I wear is thrifted. The only thing I buy retail is pants because I find it hard to thrift. Yes, exactly. Wide stripe, double-breasted men's suit I had made in Tokyo. Very 1930s gangster. Ooh, you got a zoot suit. But it no longer fits. The thing cost $1,000 to have custom made. Oh, wow. Well, that they resell thing. The thrift gods forgive you, but demand a large future purchase at the bins. I will make that sacrifice. I will sacrifice to the thrift gods. Yes. Yeah, it feels good to get that off my chest. It feels good to be honest. The honesty feels good. It feels refreshing and cleansing. Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, Miss Sue gave me a box of her aunt's old polyester stuff from the 70s. I've listed 5 things. I've sold 4 of them. I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And I've sold 4 of them for like I just listed like a polyester blouse, polyester tiger print sheer blouse, tiger print, Carol Baskin tiger print, okay, sheer blouse. And that thing sold within hours of me listing it. I listed it for 25. I took an offer for like, I think 22, and I made $18.97 or something like that from a free blouse. Can't beat that. Know what else feels good? To be a gangsta. I'm the opposite way. I can only get thrift with everything unless it's stretchy knit. I'm really hard fit. Yeah. I'll never sell. I would diet my butt off first. Yeah, that's an expensive suit, but a bespoke suit, that's what they call it, by the way, whenever you have, and most of you already know this, but whenever you have a suit made for you, it's considered bespoke. It means that you have, you have had it tailored and made specifically for you. So yeah, my husband, I actually wanted to get him a couple of bespoke shirts, dress shirts, and I thought, oh, well, that'll be fun, maybe a Christmas present. No, it's like it was like $400 a shirt from a boutique in St. Louis that does bespoke things, and I'm like, no, you're not wearing a $400 shirt. You're not. Maybe you can be buried in 100 years from now because you're not allowed to leave. I know nothing. You know everything. You know enough to get you. Me spoke, and then me wearing the suit with sharing glass. Okay. I'm starred that too, so everybody can go check that out. Clothes wise, yeah, but it's all about what you're interested in too. It's all about what you're interested in. There are things that I never, ever, ever would have looked at a piece of jewelry and seen the word Schiaparelli on it. I don't test my jewelry. I don't, other than like a magnet test, I don't do anything in that way. I'll look for a name, and if the name is not obvious, I leave it. So, Jennifer, you have a knowledge base of vintage jewelry that not a lot of people do. Me spoke Japanese. You're wrong for that. You're so wrong for that. That's hilarious. FYI, Friday, September 19th is Talk Like a Pirate Day. Oh, we know. I know. I know because my mother my mother's going to get an eye thing, and so for her birthday she'll be wearing an eye patch. So I have to go find a pirate hat for her and a parrot, which I'm going to be hitting up the Goodwills because they usually have the best costume variety. I don't know where they're getting their costumes from, but they have like all the costume stuff. So we're going to get her a pirate hat and a little parrot for her shirt, and possibly a little pirate sword, and take some pictures because it'll be cute. Act accordingly. Heck yeah. I don't want to be a pirate. Why are you with sharing glass? Well, maybe at a show for Pirate Day. Oh no, Patrick Murphy. Guys, don't click that link unless you like curse words. Please don't click that link unless you like curse words. I know exactly what you're dropping there, Patrick Shamey. Shame on you. She was at Equality Texas Brunch. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, guys, don't follow a link that Patrick drops unless you are really not easily offended. That's all I can say. If you love curse words, go ahead and watch it. I wouldn't watch it with mom in the room because it's got more than curse words in it. It has cuss words. Patrick, you know what I mean. I have followed that link before, so let's not pretend. When I say cuss words, you know what I mean. It has some images. Yeah. Anyway, but if you do have a wicked sense of humor and you're not easily offended, then go ahead and follow that link. It is hilarious. If you like that sort of thing. You spoke pretty one day. Okay. I do have to go do a walkthrough outside in 100-degree weather. So I'm going to go cool off and possibly go potty before I get in the car. Oh, images. Yes. Where words no. Yeah. So I am going to go ahead and wrap this up. Your face is an advisory sticker. Why so hot though? It's September. I know. I am disappointed in this fake summer crap. Hate that. Ooh, Rue McClanahan. Yes. Hottest day of the year is today. Yeah. And that's I'm going outside. The things I do for my friends, it's incredible. They don't deserve me. Anyway, so I am going to tick off now. We're only about a minute early, so I don't think that's going to hurt anything. I'm going to drink a lot of water, and I have to pack up like a giant, water thing. But in the meantime, please, whatever you do, stay safe, stay hydrated, and wherever you go, just know, never forget, Glamma loves you. Bye, guys.